Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to be bringing this education series that we're going to be putting out on YouTube to try and provide that extra value for you guys absolutely free. We're going to start, like obviously a lot of you guys are beginners, so we're going to start at that beginner level and just get everything ticking over, because it is key to understand the beginner's side of stuff. And that doesn't mean that you can't go on to learn the intermediate, the advanced side of stuff, but if you don't create that foundational work for your whole strategy or your whole knowledge base, then it's never going to work out, and you're going to go straight into like the intermediate, advanced side of stuff because you want to learn the strategies and things like that. It just doesn't work, because you have to understand the basics before going into the advanced and the intermediate side of stuff, okay? So what are we going to cover today? We are going to be covering technical analysis. Made simple, made so simple, just so that you guys can understand it, what you really need to use, what indicators, what tools that are going to be useful, and what tools are going to be absolutely rubbish. So this is just my opinion and what I tend to focus on, trying to implement that into my overall confluences. So yeah, let's get into it. Right, so first and foremost, what we want to be looking at is what type of chart do we want to use. Now this type of chart here is called a candlestick chart, and we have many different charts that we can choose from. My preference is this candlestick chart. We have a Heikin-Nasi chart, we have a line chart, and there's many differences between them that can help you understand where market is going and what you can be looking for overall to try and catch some trades. Now first of all, let's start with a line chart. So what is a line chart? So a line chart is basically just connecting the dots between closing prices of each different time frame. Now currently we are on the 5-minute time frame, as you guys can see up here. So each different point that it stops at and creates that next dot, that is what we call closing price. Okay, so with the closing price, what we can see happening is price closing here, price then closing here, price closing here, so on and so forth. So it's going to create a pattern for you to understand where price is wanting to go and which direction it is wanting to continue. Now next, we are going to be looking at Heikin-Nasi charts. These charts represent volume pushing a certain direction. Okay, now what we can see here is just full on green bars, and this represents bullish continuation. Okay, so with bullish continuation, if the bars are staying green, that gives you the opportunity to be able to stay in whatever trade that you're in, to be able to continue holding that trade until you get the next red candle. Okay, now very simple to be looking at the chart and understand it. What you obviously need to understand overall is market structure and where that price is going. Okay, so this is a very useful tool to be using if you want to be staying in trades for a longer period of time. And if you can utilize this chart, then it's going to be easier for you to, I guess, stay in trades much longer and win more money over time. Now let's get into my favorite, and what I use most of the time is candlestick charts. Now with candlestick charts, what we can see is price pushing up and down with each different candle. Now as we can see, each different candle represents 5 minutes, just like on the line chart and the Heikin-Nasi chart. Each individual point or candle represents a certain time frame. Okay, so with each different candle, because we're on the 5-minute chart, it represents 5 minutes. If we went to the 15-minute chart, it will look a little different, but that's because each individual candle represents 15 minutes of time. Okay, and so on and so forth if we go into the hourly, the 4-hourly, daily, and the weekly. So each different candle from the weekly is a week's worth of data. Okay, a week's worth of data. If we go into the 1 hour, each individual candle is 1 hour worth of data. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And so what I like to look at is each individual candle and what that candle is doing. So as we can see, all of the dark purple, that's just my preference for color, are bullish candles. So price opened here, closed here. The next candle is still bullish, price opened here, closed here. Now this candle, price opened here, came all the way down because that's what we call the wick, and then pushed all the way back up. Okay, now we're going to get into that in a different video, but yeah. So this is what I like to use because it represents what I like to see in the market, which is continuation pushes, pullbacks to certain points of interest, and things like that, that allows me to have that type of data for me to be looking at going into trades and holding trades to certain key levels. So as a beginner, you'll come into the charts and you're looking at this completely naked chart, is what they call them, something that doesn't have indicators or tools or trend lines or anything like that on the chart. Now what we're going to look at is indicators that I like to use, that I think are the most effective when looking at a chart, and I'm going to explain those to you so that you can understand and use those in your daily analysis when you are on the chart. But the first thing we are going to be using, or the first thing that we're going to talk about, is moving averages. What is a moving average? Now, the most simple explanation that I can give you guys is that a moving average is the average price based over the amount of candlesticks that you have put into your settings. Okay, so we put on the moving average. If we come up here to our settings, we can change the length of this moving average. Okay, now what does this mean? So if we put 9 in, it's going to take the average over the last 9 candlesticks. If we change that to 100, then at this point here, it's giving you, so this is the average price over the last 100 candlesticks on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so as you change through your time frames, the moving average is going to change. So if we go to the hourly, this is the hourly over the last 100 hourly candles, which is completely different to the last 100 5-minute candles. You know, so see, this is looking like it wants to continue to go down, whereas the hourly is looking like it wants to continue to go up. So in some ways, this can be used as a live trend line because it continues to push price up and up and up and up and up, which is where overall the price is wanting to go. So we are going to get pullbacks and things like that coming back to the moving average, but eventually it's just going to continue to go up, and that's where price is going to continue to potentially go. So the moving average gives us a confluence of telling us where, based on past history, price should be going. So if the moving average over the last 100 hourly candles is looking like it's bullish, then price should be pulling back to a certain area for us to then be looking at taking a buy. Alright, but we are going to get into how to use these with a potential strategy so that you guys can potentially go and make money in the market. Okay, so the next thing that we use is what we call oscillator indicator. Now, basically what this is called a RSI, which stands for Relative Strength Index. This indicator basically tells us when price is overbought or oversold. Okay, so if something is oversold, that means there's way too much demand for it, and you know everyone's buying it, which has pushed the price sky high. You know what I mean? And so eventually everyone's going to be like, well, everyone has it now, let's sell it off. And then it sells off because it's overbought and comes all the way back down. On the other hand, if we are oversold, that means there's too much supply, everyone doesn't want it anymore. So that means price is going to, from this point somewhere down in here, push all the way back up. Okay, so that's what this indicator can tell you, when price is overbought or oversold, to a point where you can use it to understand where you could potentially be getting in the market. Okay, now same thing, we can come here, change all of our settings, the RSI length. So this is based off the last 14 candles. If you guys want, you can change that to say 30, the last 30 candles. And this by all means does not mean that I'm using the last 30 candles, the last whatever. I'll just use this and use whatever standard settings are on it, but you guys can pick and choose, test it out and see what works for you. Now as we can see at this point here, we are very overbought, which is here, which tells us that eventually price is going to want to start pushing up. Okay, now if price wants to start pushing up, then obviously if we know a little bit into the intermediate side of trading, we have to look at market structure. Okay, so this point down here is telling me, okay, potentially we could see price start to push up again. Let's wait to see if we can get that change of character. If you guys don't know what it is, go and check out the other video that's going to be coming out, which will be on the basic understanding of market structure. Okay, or you can go into the Discord and get the full Forex PDF, which I've had for the last like 2 years. Super helpful, free. Just go in there. Discord will be in the link below, in the description below, and you guys can get that absolutely free. Market structure. So it's down here. We want to find a change of character. So price continues to push down. Somewhere in here we get a change of character. Price is starting to push up. Pulls back. Overall, price is starting to push up. Okay. Now at this point here, we can see that it's overbought. Let's just change that back to 14. We can see that this is overbought, which means eventually it's going to want to start to pull down. Okay. Now at this point here, this is where it decided that it was a little bit overbought. So eventually price is going to want to start to pull down. All right. Now this doesn't happen often. Usually it's ranging between the 70% and the 30%, but if it goes above or below that point, that's when it becomes overbought or oversold. At this point here, you can see this high was overbought, price starts to pull back down. Now this indicator does not mean get into a sell at these points or get into a buy at the low points. It's just an area where the indicator thinks that it's overbought or oversold, where it could potentially see price starting to pull back. And that is basically how you use the RSI. Very good indicator. I don't use it all too often, but it helps. Now these two indicators together could work in unison to help you figure out which way price wants to go, where it's overbought, where it's oversold, where it is in equilibrium. And if you don't know what that is, learn about it. But the best indicators I think that you can use as a beginner to help understand what price is doing. Now the whole edge that you want to be creating in your trading strategy is to find where price is going to go and which area it could likely push to next. Now these two indicators can help you do that because it gives you an overall direction using the smooth moving average, and then it gives you an overall if you've held the trade too long and where price is overbought or where price is going to be oversold. Okay, does that make sense? So now we're going to jump in and see where you guys can use this in a strategy based situation and how you can implement this into your daily so that you can start making money. Now we know that the moving average is going to give us overall momentum of which way price wants to be going, and you can use that with a 9, you can use that with a 20. What we want to understand with the smooth moving average is which direction we should be trying to find trades. Okay, does that make sense? We don't want to be going into sell buy. That is not what you want to do. Do not trade like that unless you're scalping. But you want to be finding trades that you can be getting into that helps you go with the trend. The trend is your friend 100%. Do not go against it. Okay? Now, when we are looking at this, okay, we are going to use a 20 moving average. You can also put on another moving average. So we could put on another moving average, like a 9, or say like a 50, or 52, that's the one that I like to use. So here we have the 52, here we have the 20, which is giving us an overall direction collectively that price wants to continue to push up, all right? Price wants to continue going a certain way based off the last 20 candles with these ones and based off the last 50 candles with these ones, all right? Now, where does the RSI come in so that you can use this in unison with the moving averages? So with the moving averages, as we can see, price is being overbought. Now, what does that tell us? When price is overbought, it may want to get a pullback. We don't know how far that's going to go, but understanding market structure is going to be the key for that. So watch out for that video, it's going to be coming out soon. But what we can see is price pushing away and pulling back, pushing away, pulling back, pushing away, pulling back. So it always has to come back to the overall average as anything does, because it cannot be overbought and it cannot be oversold. And eventually price is always going to come back to the average because that's the equilibrium within the market. Does that make sense? Cool. Now, as price pushes away and comes back to the moving average, it's around this time that we can be trying to find an entry into a buy trade so that we can try and win money. Now, it's completely up to you how you want to be using these two indicators. I'm just giving you an overall understanding of what you can do, how you can utilize them in your everyday trading. But we can see a pattern here. As price pushes away, it becomes overbought, price pulls back to the moving average, creates equilibrium into the market. You can see that on the RSI, and then continues to eventually push up. Now, as we get these spikes down here into our RSI, it's coming below equilibrium. Now we can see on our RSI this dotted line, this is what we call the 50%, and then we have the 70%, okay? So as price is going below the 50% into here, these are areas that we could potentially be looking for a buy because we're also below the moving average, and price wants to continue going up, as we can see, with the moving averages still being on that upwards trend, okay? Potential entry up there, pushes away, becomes overbought, ends up coming back to the moving average. From down here, we can see that it's going below the 50% and starts to push back up again. So we get it pushing back up, coming back to the moving average, pushing back up to the moving average, pushing up, coming back to the moving average. Now take that information as you will. I do not trade like this because there are other influences like fundamentals and sentiment that you need to understand before getting into the markets. However, when you are first starting out, you have to figure out how the market's going to move and how you can adapt yourself and your personality to be trading a certain style, a certain strategy within the market. So this is just information for you guys to understand how to utilize these types of indicators or tools or anything like that so that you can become profitable and eventually leave your 9 to 5. Now, I hope there wasn't too much information for you guys. The link is going to be down below if you want that in a PDF version, just so you can go over all the notes. You don't have to take notes. I've put it all into a PDF just for you. Now, if you like this type of content, I'm going to be doing a bunch of this just to help you guys get the extra value absolutely free. And we're going to be creating PDFs for all of those as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go and follow all our other social media because we are going to be putting other content on those as well that's going to help you guys become successful in day trading. I'm going to see you guys on our next video. See you then.